Timmy the Turtle was no ordinary turtle. Oh no, he wasn't always munching on lettuce or taking naps in the sun. Timmy loved to laugh. He loved to play. He was always up to something fun and exciting. He was a tiny turtle with a big, playful heart. His friends often said that Timmy's heart was as big as the ocean. One sunny morning, Timmy woke up with a brilliant idea. He felt a surge of excitement as he thought about his new plan.
"I'm going to race," he exclaimed with a twinkle in his eye.
He declared to the colourful butterflies fluttering around him. The butterflies were his friends, and they always listened to his ideas. The butterflies giggled, their wings flapping in amusement. They couldn't believe what they were hearing. A turtle wanting to race? Now that was funny. The jungle animals couldn't help but laugh at the thought. Timmy, with his determined little grin, knew he wasn't the fastest animal in the jungle. He knew that many animals were faster than him, but that didn't matter to him. Timmy believed that having fun was more important than winning. He always said that the joy of the journey was what counted, and today he was going to have a lot of fun. He was ready to show everyone that it's not about how fast you are, but how much you enjoy the race. News of Timmy's race spread through the jungle like wildfire. The jungle was buzzing with excitement, and every creature, big and small, was talking about it. Soon, a crowd of curious animals gathered. They came from all corners of the jungle, eager to witness this unusual event. There was Giggles, the monkey, who couldn't stop chuckling at the thought of a racing turtle. He found the idea so amusing that he had to see it for himself. And there was Polly, the parrot, who squawked loudly.
A race! A race! This is going to be hilarious. I can't wait to see how this turns out.
Even Leo, the lion, who usually preferred napping under the shade of his favourite tree, ambled over to see the spectacle. He was curious to see what all the fuss was about. The starting line was abuzz with excitement and anticipation. Animals of all kinds were gathered, their eyes wide with curiosity and excitement.
Ready, set, go! The crowd held its breath in anticipation.
Screeched Ricky the raccoon, who was the self-proclaimed referee. He took his role very seriously, making sure everything was in order. The animals cheered, their calls echoing through the jungle. The noise was deafening, but it only added to the excitement. And just like that, the race began. The animals watched in awe as Timmy and his competitors took their first steps. The jungle was alive with energy and anticipation. The other contestants took off like lightning. The race had begun and the excitement was palpable. Each animal was determined to win, their eyes focused on the finish line. Carlos the cheetah zoomed ahead, leaving a trail of dust in his wake. His speed was unmatched, and he seemed destined for victory. Susie the snail, surprisingly, wasn't far behind. She had a clever trick up her sleeve. She had secretly hitched a ride on Rosie the rabbit's fluffy tail. Poor Timmy. Rosie, unaware of her passenger, hopped along merrily, thinking she was in the lead. Timmy the turtle lumbered along, his little legs carrying him as fast as they could. He was determined, but his pace was slow and steady. But compared to the other animals, he was moving at a snail's pace. The gap between him and the others grew wider with each passing second. Actually, he was moving slower than Susie the snail. Despite his best efforts, he couldn't keep up. The other animals sped past, their laughter echoing in Timmy's ears. They found his slow pace amusing, but Timmy remained undeterred.
Better luck next time, Slowpoke, they teased, their voices filled with playful mockery.
Hooted Ollie the owl as he swooped overhead. But Timmy didn't mind. He knew the race was about more than just winning. He was having too much fun to be discouraged. The joy of participating and the thrill of the race were enough for him. Timmy smiled, knowing that sometimes the journey is more important than the destination. Section 4, A Turtle's Trick. As Timmy ambled along, he noticed a group of ants struggling to carry a giant leaf. They were heading towards a shortcut through the bamboo forest, a shortcut that led right to the finish line. "Excuse me?" Timmy called out to the ants in his tiniest voice. "Would you mind if I helped you carry that leaf? I know a shortcut we can take." The ants, surprised by Timmy's offer, readily agreed. With Timmy's help, the ants lifted the leaf and followed him towards the bamboo shortcut. It was a tight squeeze, but they managed to navigate through the dense bamboo stalks. Section 5, the finish line. Meanwhile, at the finish line, the animals were growing impatient.
"Where's Timmy?"
Probably taking a nap somewhere.
Just then, to everyone's astonishment, Timmy emerged from the bamboo forest, riding triumphantly on the giant leaf carried by the ants. He zoomed past the finish line just as Carlos the cheetah was taking a victory lap. The entire jungle was speechless. Timmy, the slowest racer, had won, and he had done it by helping others and having fun along the way. Section 6, Lessons Learned. Carlos the cheetah, who had been so sure of his victory, approached Timmy, his tail drooping.
"How did you do it?" he asked, his voice filled with disbelief.
Timmy, with his infectious grin, simply said, "It's not always about being the fastest, Carlos. Sometimes it's about helping others and enjoying the journey." From that day on, Timmy the Turtle became a legend in the jungle. He had taught everyone a valuable lesson. Slow and steady, with a little help from your friends and a lot of heart, can win the race. And that, everyone agreed, was the funniest lesson of all.